Good morning, guys. Today we're going to talk about fat shaming. Lydia's nickname for me is Chunks. It's a bit rude. It's also my nickname on our group chat. Again, a bit rude. We run a private Facebook group called TRT in the UK. It's a group dedicated to increasing awareness and understanding regarding testosterone deficiency and TRT. It also provides guys with a bit of support. Now, with support comes truths. We need truths. So when Lydia calls me chunky, I look in the mirror and I say, I am a bit chunky. And the InBody 770 machine has told me I need to lose 1 kilo. Would you Adam and Eve it? Honestly, I knew it anyway. Lockdown. My routine has changed. Normally, I'm up at 5:30 to go to the gym every single morning. I intermittent fast, 16-8, and I try and get a weight session in the afternoon or evening, depending on my schedule. But with lockdown, my routine has changed and I haven't been able to go to the gym. Like many of you, devastated. So I've been left with dumbbells, kettlebells and cycling. Now we've been doing hill sprints and I've injured my knee. So I've taken to comfort eating. I haven't taken to comfort eating, but I think one of the major things that happens to athletes when they stop training is they continue their eating habits. So the calories that they consume are greater than the calories that they expend. And knowing the laws of thermodynamics, you're going to gain weight. So when it comes to weight loss, is it as simple as saying calories in, calories out? Now, obviously, the answer to that question is no. However, some fitness, nutritional experts which have you believe that's what it all boils down to. It is also about what you eat. Now, what you eat is dependent on your physiology and your requirements and your genetics. So that also changes with time. So you can't have, again, a one-size-fits-all nutritional plan that will be appropriate to your needs. But I think one of the major issues that we have in our society is our predominance to carbohydrates. Now, you do need carbohydrates, obviously. Your brain loves glucose. Glycogen is stored in the muscles and the liver. You need glucose, but we eat too many carbs, in my opinion. It fills us up, which is a good thing. Is it a good thing? No, it's not a good thing. So satiety, it's a double-edged sword. So we need to earn our meals. And what do? We don't earn our meals. We wake up, walk from the bedroom to the fridge. Ooh, what do I fancy? I'm not even that hungry, but I better have my breakfast, because breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, if you consider breakfast at 12 o'clock, then perhaps. So again, when we think about hormone profiles, we know that anabolic processes predominate at night time. So your testosterone level is highest in the morning. Then cortisol spikes because you are supposed to hunt and gather. Do not satisfy your instinctual internal drives by walking to the fridge and saying, I fancy a yogurt and do. So, yeah, my InBody, 1 kilo. Not too bad, to be fair, because having adjusted my training regime, looking in the mirror, it's not a pretty sight. Body composition seems to have changed, but my lean muscle mass hasn't changed. So it's literally obviously a matter of not training the muscles as I normally train them, and then not being full of water. So I'm not as toned. So it's quite disappointing. So I'm called Chunks. Am I upset? No. Because obviously I do not take offence at the name Chunks. It's a term of endearment, but it's also telling me that yes, you need to get on it like a car bonnet, because things are slipping. I used to be incredibly ripped. It was incredibly hard work, but it was worth it. But life has taken a turn, and I'm way too busy to be that obsessed with my diet and my training to achieve the same results that I had a few years ago. It is what it is, but what you can't do is settle, because obesity has well recognized health complications and consequences. Big is not beautiful unless you're talking about that's beautiful. So the fat people have taken that term and they've run with it, but it isn't what you think it is. Big is not beautiful, but we should all be comfortable in our own skin. Self-esteem should not come from aesthetics. Yeah, sure. We live in a very superficial, narcissistic society, and norms are determined by social media. That is wrong. But you cannot deny that having a healthy body weight is advantageous. It's true. Sorry. Yeah, but I'm comfortable in how I look. Good. You should not have a low self-esteem, but you should have motivation to achieve your genetic potential. Now that means you need to address your lifestyle, your nutrition, your exercise, and keep working at it. Small goals. So fat shaming. Am I fat shaming somebody by calling them a chunky monkey? Well, it all depends on your perspective. Now, if you should be ashamed by being obese, that means that you should be proud to have a healthy body weight. Now, you shouldn't be proud to have a healthy body weight. That should be normal. So, being normal is nothing to be proud about. It should be normal. Losing weight to actually become normal, you should be proud about the achievement, but not necessarily proud about the outcome, because that should be normal. So, fat shaming. You're not allowed to fat shame. You're not allowed to point out to anybody that they're obese. You're not allowed to point and laugh. That is harsh. But through humour and Lydia calling me chunky, in my brain, I'm going, perhaps I do need to lose a little bit of weight. I knew that anyway. So it's confirming what I already know. And you're not telling me fat people don't think that they need to lose weight. Are they that seriously deluded? I'm happy being morbidly obese. Come on. So what other species settles for banality? Humans. Oh, it's all right, you're beautiful. Beauty is on the inside. So, look after your health. Have a healthy lifestyle, eat proper food, exercise daily, then you really will be beautiful on the inside. You're not a grizzly bear hibernating. Get on it. Start training. Start looking after your health. Oh, but it's genetic. Okay, so you know you have a genetic predisposition to obesity. So you should be working twice as hard, 3 times as hard as the average person, because you're already starting at an unfair position. So if you have the insight and awareness to know that you have a genetic predisposition to obesity, get on it. Get on it harder than the next person to be normal and healthy. It's me hormones. Sort your hormones out then. Go to your doctors, have a full panel. Look at your thyroid, look at your male androgens. You know, if you're sat in front of me, I will tell you that I want you to lose weight. There's no sugarcoating here. You will be told black and white that you need to lose weight, because obesity is a pain in the arse when it comes to testosterone replacement therapy. So your low testosterone obviously is associated with low mood and a lack of motivation, but it's also difficult to actually gain lean muscle mass and shed the pounds when you have low testosterone. So you're here, you're sat in front of me, so this is day 1. So I always emphasize how incredibly important it is for you not to say, I'm waiting for the TRT to work. You do need to get on it like a car bonnet. So this is day 1. Forget your bad habits from before. Today is day 1. And move forwards. So I can optimize your male androgen levels, but if you remain a chunky monkey, it makes my job 10 times harder, because the aromatase enzyme is in adipose tissue. Now that will increase your propensity to aromatization. So you will convert more testosterone to estrogen. And what happens with that? Weight gain. So it's a double-edged sword. You do need to start looking after yourself, because it's okay to hand over some responsibility to me and say, I'm now here, I'm looking after my hormones, job done. But the responsibility ultimately lies with you. So if you want to attain a normal, healthy testosterone to estrogen ratio, you need to have a healthy weight. I don't need an AI. Most of my guys don't need AIs. They're not fat, you know. And what's fat nowadays? Geez, I'm 16% right now and I'm uncomfortable. So I'm aware that I need to lose weight. I still don't have a propensity to aromatization. My estrogen's still perfect. So that's probably genetics. But increase in adipose tissue increases your propensity to aromatization. So you may well have to resort to microdosing an aromatase inhibitor temporarily. We don't want you on any medication that you do not need. So there must be a clinical need. So the use of aromatase inhibitors is need. And when you no longer need an aromatase inhibitor, you will be taken off of it, because less is more. We only want you on body identical or body, I don't know what the frickin' terms are now. There's some naff terms out there. We only want the least amount of medications and natural medications. So we do need to adopt this holistic approach. So there are things that you can do to not only lose weight, and it's more than just calories in, calories out. I'm a big fan of low carb, high fat, but there are things that you can do to lower your propensity to aromatization, and I'll put a link to Joseph's blog in the description. He's also just releasing a blog on obesity, which you'll find fascinating. It's actually his best one so far. So you must help yourself. TRT is a constant journey, much like health. My God, you know, some of you need a kick up the arse. So if it's a matter of fat shaming, whatever motivates you to make a positive change in your life, numbers don't lie. So look in the mirror, take a long, hard look at yourself and say, right, what am I going to do? Am I going to accept this, or am I going to change? Am I going to make a positive change to my health and my well-being? Today is day one.